8BitDo recently dropped the Pro 3 and they may have just reinvented the retro modern controller.
Hall effect is cool, but this thing uses TMR sticks. Think drift proof, ultra precision 2.0.
Swappable buttons, hair trigger toggle, charging dock, multi-platform support, all for $70.
We tested across PC, Switch 2, and handhelds, action adventure games, platformers, racers, and retro classics, and it might be the new go-to controller for almost everyone.
But there are a couple of trade-offs you need to hear before buying.
Let's break it down.
All right, let's talk about design. 8BitDo went full nostalgia mode with this thing.
Yeah, it's like they cracked open our childhood and built a controller out of it.
Yes, and you've got 4 controller options, the beige with maroon buttons for that DMG Game Boy energy, PlayStation Gray, GameCube Purple, and an eShop exclusive orange. Now, we went with the GameCube Purple, but I gotta say, that orange is hot though.
And it looks and feels similar, like a DualShock 4 and an SNES controller decided to get together and go half on a baby.
Right. And the symmetrical sticks and familiar shape make it instantly comfortable. And the build strikes that sweet spot, lightweight yet dense and solid. It really feels like it just melts into your hands and stays comfortable even during long sessions.
And the matte finish, nice and grippy. It also has a nice texture on the back of the grips, so no slipping when you're sweating through late night boss fights. Plus that D-pad, man, 8BitDo does not miss. It's tactile, soft, and precise, and clicky without triggering those accidental diagonals.
And while it looks similar to the Pro 2, the Pro 3 comes loaded with some killer new features.
First up, the big one. The Pro 3 introduces TMR sticks. Think of TMR as Hall Effect 2.0.
Hall Effect sticks kill drift with magnets, and they work great, but TMR goes a step further. It detects smaller movements, uses less power, and just feels more precise, especially in FPS and racing games.
We also used Gamepad to test the 8BitDo's polling right claims and measure real input latency on both 2.4 GHz and Bluetooth. That way you can see it's not just advertised numbers, but how consistent and responsive it actually is in real gameplay.
And if you love customization, check this out. You can literally pop the A, B, X, Y buttons off and switch between Nintendo or Xbox layout in just under 30 seconds. No screws, no tools, just click and go. It even comes with extra buttons and the puller to pull the buttons.
Plus you get 2 swappable ball-type joystick caps just for fun. Fight stick vibes on a controller. I guess I'm into it.
There's also a mode switch on the back that lets you instantly jump between smooth Hall Effect triggers and clicky hair trigger mode. So whether you're racing or diving through action adventure or FPS combat, you get the exact trigger feel you want. And reaction time matters, and 8BitDo also added fast bumpers, those R4 and L4 buttons on the top of the controller. They're remappable, mouse click snappy, and super fast to hit.
And you still get 2 buttons on the back, so 4 additional customizable inputs in total.
Yep, and connectivity also stepped up. Now you're getting 2.4 gigahertz with a USB-C dongle for super stable, low latency gameplay on more devices, in addition to Bluetooth and even wired mode with the included cable if you want.
And they have added an anti-fix ring around the sticks, so your aim stays smooth long term. Little quality of life touch, but it matters.
You still get full customization through 8BitDo's Ultimate software, but now with the Pro 3, it steps up to Ultimate Software version 2, and it's a legit step up. There's more mapping options, stick and trigger curves, vibrations, macros, and profile switching.
And the software itself got a big quality of life boost. It's a cleaner layout, faster tweaks, and firmware updates built right in. Everything just feels easier to dial in now.
The Pro 3 also comes with a charging dock, and it's actually useful. It charges, auto reconnects when you pick the controller up, and it stores your extra buttons, the puller, and the dongle.
Controller clutter fixed.
Now, a not so good feature, no more replaceable battery packs or AA batteries. It's a sealed 1000 milliamp hour battery. That's around 20 hours per charge.
Convenient, yes. Repairable, no. I love the modular battery door design again, but the included dock kind of makes up for it.
And I know for Nintendo folks, it can wake up the original Switch, but it can't wake the Switch 2. So yeah, if you're on the Switch 2, you're still pressing the power button like it's 2017.
8BitDo nailed the cross compatibility again. The Pro 3 works on Windows, SteamOS, Android, Raspberry Pi, the Mister, And as we just mentioned, it also works with the Switch 1 and 2. It's even officially supported by Apple. So it's compatible with iPhone, iPad, Mac, Apple TV, and the Apple Vision Pro. However, it doesn't work with the Xbox or PlayStation consoles.
Now, we tested it on multiple devices, including the Switch 2. Gyro works, analog triggers register correctly, and your button mapping carries across setups. The Pro 3 lets you store 3 custom profiles per mode right on the controller with the Ultimate Software version 2. And you can switch between them instantly with the dedicated profile button.
It's wild that one controller can hop between a Switch 2, Steam Deck, and a MacBook Pro with zero repairing. That's console to PC awesome sauce.
Okay, so let's talk gameplay, because looks and features don't matter if it doesn't feel good in game.
And this thing feels really good.
The shape alone makes it super versatile. We played action-adventure games, platformers, and racers for hours straight, zero hand fatigue, and it's one of those controllers that just disappear in your hand.
And accuracy on point. The TMR sticks snap back to center super clean, no wobble, no weird micro inputs, just smooth, tight control.
And switching between multiple devices was seamless everywhere. No pairing fights and no input weirdness.
On Switch 2, playing Donkey Kong Bonanza movement felt great and snappy. And being able to remap the back buttons, yeah, it makes smashing everything on screen way too satisfying.
And in Mario Kart World, since Nintendo still doesn't use analog trigger depth, having that trigger mode switch is clutch. Click it over and boom, instantly digital triggers for faster items and boosts.
Retro fans, the D-pad is legit. Clean diagonals, no random inputs, and platformers felt super tight. It just feels right for 8-bit and 16-bit games.
Overall gameplay vibe, accurate, responsive, and comfortable for marathon sessions.
Now, if you're a competitive gamer, as we mentioned earlier, the polling rate tops out at 250 Hz. Totally fine for single player or even most multiplayer games, but if you're chasing esports level input timing, that's one trade-off to note.
For everyone else, it plays like a dream. So, final verdict. The 8BitDo Pro 3 gets a strong 9 out of 10 from us. It hits that sweet spot where retro charm meets modern performance.
Those new TMR sticks are legit. Precise, smooth, drift-proof, and the comfort factor is chef's kiss. Whether we were racing, platforming, smashing things in Donkey Kong, or sweating in FPS titles, it held up.
And the versatility is kind of nuts. Multiple platform support, swappable layouts, profile switching, customizable triggers. You really feel like you're getting a premium controller that can do almost everything.
Only real trade-offs, internal battery now instead of swappable, and if you're an esports level competitive player, chasing every millisecond, the 250 Hz polling rate isn't the absolute fastest out there.
But for 99% of gamers, especially Switch, PC, and handheld folks, this thing is a definite winner.
If they bring back the swappable battery someday, yeah, easy 10 out of 10 territory.
So let us know your favorite colorway in the comments, or if you're gonna pick the controller up.
Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.